Hello, Upward Bound students. It's Brianna. I hope you had a safe and fun 4th of July and that you're feeling rested and refreshed for a new week. I decided to take our yoga practice inside today since it's a little bit rainy outside in Boone. So I'm here at High Country Yoga Studio, the yoga studio that I own and operate. And typically, when we're able to meet in person, we have classes here all of the time. So let's go ahead and talk about our practice for today. Today, we're going to take more of a restorative approach. Restorative yoga almost is like nap time yoga or relaxation yoga. And so for today's practice, if you could, find a pillow or even 2 pillows. So in yoga, we use this thing called a bolster. You do not have to have a bolster. You just want to have a pillow or 2, or you can even use a blanket and fold it up or roll it up, or even 2 blankets. So if you need to take some time to gather that, feel free to pause the video and then we'll get started when you're ready. I also have some fun stuff here in front of me, and these are all different kinds of chimes or bells or singing bowls. So I've got some bells here that make this sound. I have here a Tibetan singing bowl, so it sounds like this. And finally, the one that we'll listen to the most in our relaxation today is this crystal singing bowl. And this one is red because it's tuned to the root chakra. The chakras are basically in line with your spine, and they're the colors of the rainbow. So they start with that red, that deep red down low, and then you go up orange, yellow, green at the heart, blue at the throat, and then you've got purple and a violet color at the top of the head. So this one here sounds like this. So what I want to focus on today is inviting in these vibrational sounds within our practice so that we can be just a little bit more peaceful and a little bit more relaxed. So we'll just see how it goes and we'll go from there. One word that we'll learn today is the word peace in Sanskrit. And Sanskrit is just our vibrational language that we use in yoga. So peace is Shanti. You might have heard that term before. So we're going to invite in Shanti, or invite in peace into our practice. So go ahead and just find a cozy seat. If you even want to sit on your pillow or your blankets, you're welcome to, especially if your knees are up high. It's a great meditative seat to sit up on something so you can let the knees drop with gravity. So before we listen to the vibrations of the singing bowls, we're going to create our own vibration. So you can go ahead and just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And let it out of your mouth. And we'll take one hand onto our heart and one hand onto our belly. And we'll just take another breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. So as we breathe, we can already feel that shanti or that peace starting to move through our body. You might feel your heartbeat. And we'll create an internal vibration, and we'll do this with the sound of Om. Om is also Sanskrit, and it just really means, well, everything. Om is said to be the first vibrational sound of the universe, so it was the first sound that existed. So we'll do about 8 rounds of Om, and all we'll do is inhale and then exhale and kind of let the Om or the M of the Om really ring and vibrate under our hands. So you can do this with eyes open or gently closed. And you can always do this as more of a whisper. It doesn't have to be a loud noise. So let's just give it a go. 8 times. Breath in. One more. And gently blinking your eyes open if they were closed. Just noticing how you feel. We're going to come into a tabletop position. You can just keep your pillow or your blanket close by. So rolling over to all fours. And we'll just wake up our spine. So as you inhale, finding your cow, gently dropping your belly and reaching your chest forward. And as you exhale, rounding your back into cat, dropping your head, tail down. Inhaling into cow, belly down, heart forward. And exhaling into cat. A couple more times, maybe lengthening out the movement and the breath a little bit. One more, let there be a vibration to your breath, that shanti vibration or that peaceful vibration. And then we'll come into our flat back. And we'll tuck our toes, lift our knees, and walk our hands back towards our feet. So we're standing in a forward fold. You can bend your knees so that your belly drops right onto your thighs. And then we'll hold on to opposite elbows and drop our head to hang heavy. And just letting gravity start to pull your spine into length. Maybe gently rocking or swaying a little side to side. And then releasing your hands down. And we'll walk our hands forward again to drop our knees down, coming back to where we started. So now we'll take our child's pose. And if you couldn't find a blanket or a pillow, it's okay. You don't have to use it. We're going to open our knees, and if you are using it, just draw those pillows or blankets close towards your body, between your thighs, and we'll fold down. So you can hug the pillow or let your hands come down and just rest one cheek down. You can have your eyes opened or closed. And just let your body be supported. Taking some deep breaths in and out. This is a great pose to release tension in the back. And to also release from your thoughts a little bit. And then staying like this, but just turning your head to the opposite side for a few breaths, so you balance out your neck. And slowly lifting your head, lifting back up into tabletop. And we're going to bring both knees over to one side so that we can sit kind of right behind our pillow or just the space that we have in front of us. And then for a twist, so my knees are out this way, and I'm going to twist back out in front. Just got a little pop in my back. So I'll just rest my cheek down. And if I'm looking in the same direction that my knees are pointing, it will be a little less intense. If I want more intensity, I can turn and look over to the other side. So just resting on whichever cheek feels better for you. And this is a wonderful restorative posture that twists our spine gently. So it's really good detoxing pose. So just see if you can deepen your breath here. Good job. We'll gently press back up, no hurry. And we're going to take the twist to the other side. So you can climb back onto your knees and then let them go and point towards the opposite side. And we'll rest down. Remember, you can look towards the knees for an easier stretch or away from the knees for a deeper twist. And then we'll gently press back up. Good job. So we'll go ahead and face forward, and we'll turn our blankets or pillows towards the side if we're using them. Remember, it's totally optional. And this time we're going to do an inversion. So what we want to do is when we lay down, we want to put the support right under our lower back. So if you're not using anything, you can use your hands and just place them under your back, or you can use your support. You could also use a wall and put your legs up onto a wall, or even if you're in your bed, you could put your legs up onto the headboard. So I'm just gonna come into our waterfall. So I'm laying down, but I gotta get my hips up and supported. It's right there under my lower back. And then I'm going to lift the feet up. And if lifting the feet is too much, just keep your knees bent and your feet down. So if extending the legs is too much, just slightly bend the knees in, but try to keep your feet the highest point of your body. So we don't want to bend the knees here. I mean, we can, but we'll get a little bit more benefit if the feet are up, so we can reverse the blood flow in our legs. So we'll just breathe in our waterfall, thinking heels over hips. Perhaps noticing a gentle rise and fall of your belly every time you breathe in and out. Take about 5 more breaths here. If you want, you can roll out your ankles a little bit, or even your wrists too. And then ultimately just paying attention to your breath. And then slowly bending your knees and taking your feet down. And we'll lower our hips down into the ground. And just really slowly just hug knees in. Roll to one side. And we'll press our way up. So we have one more restorative yoga pose. I hope you're feeling a little bit more relaxed than when we started. So for the restorative bound angle pose, in Sanskrit it's called Supta Baddha Konasana. It's a fun one. You could practice saying it if you want. Supta Baddha Konasana. So we'll have the pillow, if we're using it, behind us. You can always lay flat. The pillow just makes it so you can kind of tolerate it for a little bit longer time. And so we'll be laying back. And so this is Supta or supine. We're on our spine or on our back. And then Baddha Konasana is bound angle. So we've done this one before where we take our feet together and open our knees wide. And just listen to your body. If your hips are starting to talk to you a little bit and you need some support, maybe pause the video, find another couple of blankets that you can roll up and just wedge right there under your knees Because what we don't want to do is hold our knees up. Like this is me kind of using some muscles to hold my knees, but I want them to be rested. And if you're like, I don't want to get anything, but it's also not comfortable here, it's okay to extend the legs out to get this heart opener here, and this works as well. My arms are wide, palms facing up, and I'm just trying to let the elbows relax and the shoulders relax. And so I'm gonna sit up so I can play the vibrational sounds, but I want you to stay here. And if at any point you get uncomfortable, you wanna just lay flat on your back, that works too. So we're gonna do just a little bit of breathing. So basically, when you hear the bell, we'll breathe in. And then when you hear the bell again, we'll breathe out. And you can breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Okay, so really allow the vibration and the sound to kind of help you stay concentrated. So go ahead and just open your mouth, release any stale air you have in there. And then when you hear the bell, just taking an inhale. When you hear the bell, and exhale. And just keeping that pattern. Just slow it down a little more. One more. Just pausing here. Feeling that shanti, 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 or peace, 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 completely absorb within your body and your mind. And we've got just a couple of things left. So gently close your knees if they're still open. Maybe rolling off of your pillow and sitting up, or just pressing your hands into the ground to sit up. So I'll find a comfortable, easy sitting position. And just roll out the neck a little bit. So just nice and gentle, nice and slow. And in the other direction. And returning to center. So when we practice breathing, we call it pranayama, because we talked about prana being our breath. So prana yama is the breath practice. So I'm going to do one more. Should be nice and balancing out for the different sides of the brain. So we'll use our right hand, and we'll be using our thumb and our ring finger of our right hand. And basically we'll cover our right nostril with our thumb and inhale through the left. And then we'll cover our left nostril with our ring finger, hold the breath, and then we'll exhale out of the right side. So we'll switch off as we go and kind of find that balancing breath. So I'll walk you through it. Sit up tall, close your eyes, and take your right thumb, covering your right nostril, and inhaling through your left nostril. Sitting up tall. And then closing off both nostrils, hold the breath. And then releasing your thumb and exhaling through the right side. And then to complete the circuit, we'll inhale through the right side. And then close with the thumb. And exhale through the left side. So that was one round. So you're basically inhaling and then holding and then exhaling and then doing it again to complete the circuit. And you can have those peace fingers up as you do it, or you can tuck them in and create more of a hang loose symbol like this. So it's whatever is more comfortable for you. It's a little bit more traditional to tuck the fingers, but for me it's a little uncomfortable. So I'm going to have you do 3 rounds on your own as I play the Tibetan singing bowl. And these come in all sizes too. Like there's some that are this size. It's just this is the one I have. So go ahead, and when you're ready, right thumb to right nostril, and you can go 3 times, 3 full circuits. Here we go. Might still be working, so just take your time. The only thing we have left is our final relaxation. And so when you're done, you can lay down on your back. And you can be flat, you don't need your bolster or your blanket or pillow, but you can use it if you like it. So there's no rush. And if you have back pain, you might consider keeping your knees bent with your feet down, feet wide, knees together. Or you might extend those legs, and you want the feet to be about a little wider than your hips, so a couple feet apart. And we'll come back into that same arm variation we started, where we had one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart, and the elbows just rest onto the ground. And you can close your eyes. So staying in your resting pose, I'm going to play the crystal bowl here for your relaxation. And just see if you can invite in the vibration kind of into your body, to invite in that Shanti or that peaceful energy. So play the bowl for a couple of minutes, and your only job is to just relax. I'll tell you when the video's over and the practice is over. So just see if you can allow yourself to take in the vibration and invite in the peace and the relaxation above anything else. Just notice how you feel as you begin to deepen your breath. Notice how you feel as we've consciously invited in this peace and relaxation into our day. You can start to reawaken, maybe taking a full body stretch on your back, reaching your arms back over your head, stretching like you just awoke from a deep nap. And then gently give yourself a hug. Draw your knees in, wrap your arms around your knees, thanking yourself for taking this time to practice yoga. And then gently roll to the side and easily pressing your way back up into our seated position. I hope you guys feel a little bit more grounded, centered, and level-headed after today's restorative and relaxation practice. If there's anything that you want to practice in our final week together next week, please write it in the comments so that I can include it in our final practice together for this summer. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.